Hello ladies and gentlemen, Xentaro here and welcome back to another video. And I hope all of you are doing well because I am as always, and in today's video we are going to be flying what is known as one of the worst aircraft in infinite flight. Now there's a few reasons this aircraft is the worst. Now, it is purely opinionated as well. This is very subjective, but I don't think it's that great of an aircraft. Of course, it's got a little interior. I mean, it's a very questionable interior. It's got sort of working windows. The cockpit is beyond hideous, really, in comparison to what we currently have. And it's just the physics of this aircraft I have personally always found difficult. Now, I find the CRJ aircraft fine, which are the most similar we have to this aircraft in the simulator, but I do not find this aircraft very easy to fly. So what we're going to try and do today is we're going to try and take off. We're going to try and just circle around the little Sydney airport, which is where we're at. So hopefully we'll get a nice little view of the Sydney harbour on our takeoff, and then we will try and land. Now, we are going to have to use HUD, unfortunately. And it's been a while since I have used this, so we're just going to try and find it. There it is. We're going to need that. So we're going to try and take off. We're going to go 70% throttle for now until we gain a little bit more speed, and then we'll push it up to 80 or 90%. So we are now rolling. We are rolling fast. Let's show the weight. And yeah, we got pretty decent weight. I mean, a little bit more fuel. Just try and make it more realistic. Obviously, we'll be over our maximum landing weight. But we should be alright for that. So we are now rolling down the runway quite comfortably here. And we are 100 knots there, 120 in just a second, 120, that's all good. Now we don't have any live instruments down here to help us at all, but we are able to punch it and rotate away now nice and slowly. And we are airborne, we were airborne, we are now airborne. Let's bring those gear up, just see that little transition here. Now the aircraft seems to be flying alright actually. It's not as bad compared to the last time I flew it, but the last time I did fly this aircraft, there was some pretty bad crosswinds. Now we are gaining about 3,800 feet per minute. We're at 4,000. That is a ridiculous number. So we're going to try and bring our flaps down, and we're going to try and bring that down. We really don't want to go above 3,000 feet really in altitude. So we're going to really try and bring that down just a little bit here. Now we are going to try and land on runway 7. Although, yeah, runway 7 is probably our best shout, I reckon. Or runway 25. I think the aircraft is just big enough. So we'll try runway 25 and we'll go over the little harbour here. So we are now at the harbour. So we can do a little bit of sightseeing while we're at it. Although I can't guarantee my knowledge of Sydney is that great. So we're going to make a little right turn here, because I believe the Opera House and that are all this way. If I am not mistaken. That could be it here. We are already miles over speed. Now that could be it here. That could be the famous bridge, and then the things over there. Oh no, there's a bridge. I believe it's over here. So we are turning anyway in the direction we need. We're hundreds of knots over speed right now, but we can do a little bit of sightseeing. Now I may be mistaken, but that could be the Opera House there, and that could be that really cool famous bridge. If anyone's from Sydney or Australia and they think I'm right, please let me know down in the comments, because then I think that would be the famous harbour there. If of like graphics, well, they sort of talk for themselves really. It's good when you're at like 20,000 feet and above, but obviously when you're down here at 3,000 feet, which is way too high for us, it's not exactly what you want to see. So we're at 230 knots. Pretty good. The autopilot seems to be handling well on the aircraft, but I'm a little bit worried about coming in for that landing. I am a little bit worried about that, but we are going to have to descend just a little bit now. So I'm going to go down at minus 500 and just let the aircraft do its thing. We're going to cut back our speed to 210. We are sort of flying parallel with the runway, which is good. So we're going to just keep slowly turning. Oh, that's left. We want to go right just a little bit. And until we can line up. Now, it's really not helpful when we don't have a working cockpit, because obviously usually I can use this and the map here. So the level and the map I find very useful, but unfortunately we're having to use the HUD view. Now, I mean, at least we've sort of got some good views, so I'm pretty sure I was right there with that being the Opera House over there. So we should have another little look, and so we're doing sightseeing here in the channel. Yes, I believe that is the Opera House there, and that is the famous bridge with the little harbour being just behind it in that little region there. So that does seem realistic enough for me to be happy with. So we're going to do another little right turn, and we will be good. Just lose just a little bit more altitude as well, because we don't want to do the full 3-mile final, or however far it is. It may not. It may be a little less than more than 3 mile. I think it's like a 10-mile final, but my bad. So we can indeed now see the runway as well. I'm not too sure if you guys, maybe those on the mobile phones can't, and I can't exactly zoom in because the aircraft's covering it for us right now. But we are just about to level out again anyway. So there we go. So we're looking at, there is our runway, our chosen victim for the day. We are again at an altitude a little bit too high for my liking, so we're going to cut back a little bit more speed and decrease that vertical speed just a little bit more for us, and then we can probably again do another little right turn, 20 more degrees, and that will be good. So we're just going to keep on going down, minus 1400 now, and we should be all right, okay, as long as our speed isn't too bad. So I'm going to just put those in-flight spoilers on, which don't always come on here. So there they are, they're up there, they're very, very little and hard to see, but the spoilers are active now on this 717 aircraft, and we are going to make again another right turn, and hopefully the aircraft is able to do it. Okay, so we're going to start to bank up. Now we will be taking manual control of the aircraft shortly. We will put some flaps up anyway. This has been a really poor approach from me. We're going to take the spoilers off flight, and the aircraft is now getting a bit jolty, but that's okay. So how good are we looking now? It does say we are red and white. That's perfect height for the runway. I could probably just set the runway on the nav or something, but we might need a flight plan, so I'm not going to worry about that. We are now going to take manual control over the heading of the aircraft. And the aircraft is getting a little bit more awkward to control. It's not as nice as the 737s or the CRJs. So we're going to bring down a lot more flaps now, and we can take a bit. Now we've got control of the vertical speed of the aircraft. The only thing left in autopilot control now is that. Now we will be needing to bring down the gear, and we will be dropping that speed. Okay, so autopilot is now fully disengaged. So we're going to hopefully be able to get a nice landing. Now we are red on red, which means we are a little bit too low. So red on red, you guys see the lights there. Well, we are somehow approaching stall. 140 knots, and this aircraft approaches stall. Brilliant. So again, it's a very, very hard aircraft to fly well on this simulator. Now we shouldn't be stalling, but apparently we are. Now this might just be me, just a really bad pilot, just casually stalling aircraft, because we have severely now messed up this landing. So we're going to cut back on the flaps. We're literally going to throw this aircraft onto the ground. So we should be good here now. So here we go. We're coming in very fast, 150 odd knots, way over my wanted landing speed, but we should be down. We have touched down. We should keep that a little flare just for a little bit, because we are going still quite fast. And there we go. So we've now made it down. We got the reverse thrust all going at full speed too. Very good work there. And we have now made it to Sydney on the smaller runway, and we'll be able to exit that runway very, very shortly. If not here, actually. Perfect. We can exit here. Just gonna have to just bring down that speed quite a lot. There we go. So that was pretty good. I mean, we have flown one of the hardest aircraft on the simulator now. As you guys can see towards the end there, I think my landing, I think my whole technique might be wrong. I don't actually know how to do it. It's just in comparison to all of the other aircraft on the simulator, it is not an easy plane to fly. But we will go onto the logbook, and let's just see how well that landing went for us. I don't think it went awfully, but we're about to find out, aren't we? So we're going to skip to here, where we're literally over the runway. We're coming in. Okay, that's not too bad. I've seen worse landings. I think that's probably the best way to put that. We've seen worse. But yeah, if you guys did enjoy today's video and you are new here, please do feel free to like and subscribe. Or if you aren't subscribed, please do feel free to subscribe and join the family. I'm still trying to keep up these daily videos. They're very tiring. Lots of work to do. But yeah, other than that, I will see you all in my next video. Good night.